Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day as per usual, and let's get right into the analysis here. I'm very tired today, so I might not have that much energy in tonight's video, but that's okay. Right now, we'll start off with the small caps. Had a bit of a down day today, down 1.34%. So the small caps ran into some, a good amount of resistance actually, coming down from, we actually have multiple trend lines here. This one was the big one I was looking at on the weekly time frame, and it was showing a potential big amount of resistance coming into play, but unfortunately it wasn't able to reach it, and it actually pulled back at the 200 weekly moving average. We did have another down sloping trend line. Let me see if I can find it here somewhere. There we go. We did have this one here. As you can see, pivot high, another pivot high, and that's exactly where we got rejected from. And could we be beginning, another pullback towards the downside? When we take out these lows and we start to, continue the downtrend, yeah, it's possible. But for the time being, the IWM could technically still make a higher high. If I'm counting this correctly, this could have been your wave. Let me just pull it up here. So this maybe was your 1, 2, 3. You could stretch it out. You could say that this is the 3, right? But since this is so impulsive, I would like to call this the 3 top here, and then a 4 and a 5. So we'll just maybe drag this up. This was your 4, and now you're coming back in an extended 5th. It could have potentially ended here. The 1 hour and 45 minutes showing that we could potentially retrace back up. We'll have to see how the markets react tomorrow. But overall, the markets are kind of running out of steam here, or they could be putting consolidation for another leg higher. So you guys are probably looking at the stock RSI and the RSI, and they are starting to roll here, and they could be getting ready for a move down. But overall, there's not much price action right now in the SPY. It's just kind of chopping sideways on light volume. The IWM keeps gapping down lower, and the buy the dippers are, they just can't help themselves. They just can't stop stepping in and buying dip. So that's just the way it goes right now. And until something changes, that's just going to be the name of the game, right? Just keep buying the dip. But I'm not doing that. I'm just sitting on the sidelines because I will not, I will not. That's just not my way of doing things. We could take a look at some individual names. Let's start off by taking a look at PayPal. And PayPal right now, let me just pull it up here. Oh, yeah, I already got it up. Okay, so PayPal could have finished already in a final move up in a nominal high on wave 5. So wave 4 might be in here. And if we start to move lower, then you'll know. A definitive break, potentially below these pivot lows here right around 55 will tell you that PayPal is going significantly lower, and you could be getting ready for your next leg down, and in a 5-wave move of wave 5 towards the $40 levels. Okay. And I know a lot of people are like, that's impossible, that could never happen. Anything is possible, right? As we can see in the SPY, crazy massive rallies, anything is possible. Taking a look at ROKU. ROKU seems also finished. It's just chopping sideways right now. I think this was your wave 1 maybe, right? And you're just chopping until until you invalidate it. You're gonna be doing until you get invalidated. You could be just putting a complex correction in a wave 2. If you invalidate it, that means the wave 2 would push higher than the top of the wave 1, which means the wave 5 is not finished, and the wave 5 wants to go just a little bit higher, right? But until then, this is your count, and you'll go. Sorry, I drew this really bad. Wave 3, 4, and a 5, right? And for wave A, and then you'll do a B, retrace, and a C. Okay, I'll just delete that. That's really ugly. We could take a look here. Let me just see what's on the list today. All right, let me just get into it. We'll take a look at StarBucks here. So let's take a look at StarBucks SBUX. Oh, wow. StarBucks in a big downtrend on the 1 hour here. Getting sold off pretty pretty dramatically. You're coming back to some major support here that we've had in the past, as you guys can probably tell. Very, very big resistance here. Strong pivot point, pivot low, and another pivot low here, and another one there. And also, basically, this entire area was supposed to be support. And again, Starbucks selling off dramatically from 107 all the way down to 95 now. So again, you actually filled the gap. You filled the gap on Starbucks, so you could be finished. Let's take a look at Starbucks on Market Cipher, and we'll take a look at it on the not the IWM, but we'll take a look at it on Wave Edge. Starbucks, wow. So Starbucks obviously got a lot of selling into this rally here. We're not seeing any accumulation just yet. Let me just take a look at the 1 hour. Oh, you are getting a lot of accumulation. So you actually are, on the smaller time frames, getting a good amount of accumulation on Starbucks. So you might be due for a bit of a relief rally. Not a bad time to enter a trade, all things considered. You have a bit of a gap fill down here at 91. Let me just see here. Yeah, 91. Sorry, we didn't fill the gap. The gap is all the way down here at 91. So we could actually go a little bit lower. Sorry, I thought the gap was here. The gap is actually at 91, 91.72. So you actually technically Starbucks could go lower. A daily time frame doesn't show any signs of any bottom just yet. 4 hour looks like it could potentially extend with some increasing red money flow. 1 hour showing a lot of buy signals, but again, lots of yellow crosses, which means manipulations, which means that they are pushing the price lower than it should go. Right, so obviously, fundamental buyers, this is a great buy right now, but Starbucks could be getting ready for a big reversal, but don't be surprised if it goes to 91 or even 90, right? All right, let's take a look at Apple, AAPL. So Apple, a big, very strong day today, up 2%. Came to the top of the range here in this sell area, and it actually closed above it. So we'll have to see how everything develops. But if this is an extension of the wave 2, the invalidation point would be basically the all-time high at 198. After that, you'd have to recount this entire scenario. Maybe this was just a wave 4 into a larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Maybe this was the wave 4, but like this, and then you're going into a wave 5. Whoop. Into a wave 5 like this. All right, so make sure I just readjust everything there. Nvidia getting a nice little bounce today too. Could be wave 2, right? A little relief rally in wave 2. After that, you should be coming back down in wave 3. All right, so overall, nothing has changed on the IWM. I mean, a lot has changed actually. We validated, we've pumped higher. But could this just be like a big pump and dump, and it stops everyone out, and it's just evil? Yeah, it could do something like that, because I got stopped out, right? So the Elliott wave on the smaller time frames, with the Elliott wave indicator, is showing that we could go higher. But I'm just looking at oil today, and oil did take out the $72.78 level, and we have gone lower. Right, and oil is probably your first warning sign that something's not right in the economy. It's not as bullish as everyone is interpreting it to be. As is. Like, there are significant problems that no one's really talking about, or probably don't want to talk about until it's a problem that we can't ignore. Right, so right now we're hearing a lot of news like home prices are falling at record rates. I'm not seeing that where I live. I'd love to see that, but I'm not. And then rates are still extremely high. So maybe when home prices start to plummet or just get a big drop, maybe they'll start to do an emergency rate cut, right? But then the market will be wondering, why are they cutting so fast all of a sudden? Maybe something's wrong in the economy, and it won't be so good for the market, right? So be careful what you wish for. Lots of market tops have happened when they just start to do a Fed pivot and the yield curve reverts. And looking at the quadruple leverage ETF today, just a quick tidbit. So yeah, this was the first day that the max S&P 4 times leverage ETF was released, and today the SPY was flat on the day, and this thing opened here and it was basically flat on the day too. It had a bit of a pop, It went up to like 1%, but overall a flat day for this new S&P 4 times leverage max S&P 4 times leverage ETF. And it's not an ETF, it's an ETN, which is an exchange traded note, not an exchange traded fund. All right, so yeah, I think that covers it for now. We can take a look at the SPY very quickly on WaveEdge. So again, no more selling, and not seeing any new selling signals here on the SPY, the Qs, the Dow Jones. Nothing there on the 1 hour. The 1 hour we actually got some the IWM selling. The 4 hour, nothing new here. We actually, if anything, we got a green cross on the triple Qs, which is a bullish signal, right? But I think that the Qs need to go just a little bit lower before they have a continuation pump towards the upside. But let's say we pump up into the end of the year and we just keep on pumping, right? And we just keep on mooning and mooning and mooning. It will end very badly if we keep doing that, right? Because things that go parabolic are not of healthy trend. It's not very healthy. It's just like almost panic, all emotions, and when reality starts to set back in, everyone starts to panic out of their positions. Just the same way that they panicked into them, right? And if we look at Bitcoin, right, just very quickly, Bitcoin is going parabolic, right? So again, a lot of people are getting very, very bullish on Bitcoin now that we're up here. And, they're starting to capitulate. The perma bears are like, it's time to buy. So again, we'll see how this one ends. But overall, you never want to be the person that buys the top and, capitulates at the last moment. So do what you want, do what's best for you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.